EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to Foxborough, Massachusetts, where the keeper of the light sounds the fog bell to signal that it is indeed time for football inside Gillette Stadium. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the New England Patriots.
Please welcome your 2026 New England Patriots.
Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway in Foxborough. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Stroud going to give to Marks. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
10 at the 40-yard line.
Marks now on 1st and 10. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Stroud. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Christian Barmore getting in there to drop him. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Back deep for New England is Marcus Jones. Gets past one man. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Patriots take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure. And he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That tackle behind the line made by Will Anderson.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They'll throw with May. He finds Douglas complete.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
3rd down and 6. Throwing here is May. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Short pass caught by Henry. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So on 4th down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots. Jalen Knoll deep for Houston. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Now Stroud. And his throw here's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right, they did something to disrupt that timing.
2nd and 10. Play action. Here's Stroud. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Stroud looking to throw. To the sideline and incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
Here's Tommy Townsend now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start on the ground with Henderson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
To throw, it's May. Short pass caught by Henry. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. Haven't met a corner that's worth the salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. Now May on the sneak. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Only a yard on the sneak, not enough. And he's a few inches short for 4th down. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt.
For the Patriots.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Now comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. On the ground, it's Marks to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Stroud to throw it. They set up the screen. Marks. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. That's just why I don't play in points per reception fantasy league.
Is that what they call
receiver
PPR?
Still gets a point there. Yeah. And you went that far back. No bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what. I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
Now, fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Here's May. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, May with it. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, May. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans will take over. Houston's offense taking over again. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Looking to put a drive together. And Stroud now to throw. They'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. 1st down.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Up the middle, it's Marks. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down.
That's another Texans 1st down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd down and 9. Stroud. Over the middle, complete. That's Higgins. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Here comes 3rd down and 7. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
34 yards.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Marks. And he stopped immediately there. The tackle made by Caleb on Chason. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Stroud. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Yards to go.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Throw left side to Higgins. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Fairbairn now, following the made field goal, he'll send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. New England trying to get a place on offense. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. To the air, May. Will swing this out to Henderson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. May going to give it to Henderson. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That's good for a Patriots 1st down.
That was a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They'll send the tight end in motion. From the shotgun, it's May. Short pass caught by Henry. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now 2nd and 3. The tight end Henry here in motion. They run with Henderson. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Douglas, the man in motion. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's May. He finds his man complete. It's Douglas. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the 1st.
It's 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Diggs in motion left. They'll try and throw for it with May. And he is caught. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. And that's what you've got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it, right there, those 4th down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living, and that's where he has to make plays to help his team. And no one is asking him to do anything more or less than do exactly what we saw there. And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 8. They'll look to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. Then he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down at will.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. May now off the bootleg. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. 1st and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll throw with May. They set up the screen for Henderson. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
And they're going to get it. They bring it down to sack back at the 16-yard line. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
On 4th down, out comes Andres Borregales for the Patriot field goal. This a 33-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So you're a boxing guy. How do you score that on your boxing card? A very long drive, but 3 points.
And I really want to do my boxing analyst voice right here, but I'm going to keep it normal for us, right? I call it a draw. That type of a drive has to feel good, right? You take it all the way downfield, you control the ball, control the clock. But they only got 3 points out of it. So defensively, it could have been worse, right? So I give it a draw.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And here comes the Texans now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Looking to put a drive together. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Stroud. Open man is Kirk, complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Here's 3rd and 9. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
So that last penalty making this 3rd down much more manageable. 3rd down, 4 yards to go. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Texans first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Now Stroud. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
Play action. Stroud now. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
A gain of 12. And the Texans first down.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Stroud to throw it. They set up the screen, Marks. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 10 more there and another first down.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
Stroud looking to throw. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now he's going to step up and run. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. And Stroud now to throw. And he will throw this one out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Stroud. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Christian Kirk as the first half is winding down. And the Texans have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now.
Patriots 3.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats going to get one final possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, May with it. And pass complete. Here's Butte with it. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's 2nd down.
At the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Throwing here is May. Shreds him with a stiff arm. Now a timeout signaled for him. They'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Well, he's a diminutive receiver, Charles. Not a ton of size, but still able to bring that in against double coverage.
I think that's a great job by him of understanding angles, because you mentioned his size. He's not going to go over the top of someone or body someone out of the way. He's got to make sure he creates enough space for himself by getting people into the wrong spot on defense, moving them with his body, and then showing his numbers to the quarterback to be open.
Short pass caught by Henry. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half as we are about to get underway. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. And he returns this to the 22. And the Patriots going to take over here to start quarter number 3. And Charles, some things to like about that first half, ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
Looking to throw, May. He finds Douglas complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
That's good for a Patriots first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Here's May. Short pass caught by Henry. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point that continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
To throw, it's May. He'll try and do this himself. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Has not been a big game for him throwing the football. I think he feels like, let's try something different. Let's use the legs here and see if we can make some plays.
And no passing touchdowns, yardage not where he would like it. Try something new. It worked there. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and 3. Up the middle. Here's Henderson. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now May on the sneak. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
No gain? Quarterback sneak? No gain? Aren't you supposed to get something out of that?
Yeah, needed a full yard there. Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Henderson going to run for it. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. They were certainly in field goal range, opted to go for it. Hey, they were able to pick it up.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, but look at it this way. The kicker had missed one before, so they decided to stay out and go for it, and it worked. But now, just one missed field goal, and you're not trusting it? They'll be visiting a team psychiatrist this week because he's going to want some answers about why they wouldn't put him back out on the field.
57 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
To the air, May. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick, but instead it's third down.
It's now third and
Tremendous
goal.
coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Yeah, he'll try to run with this. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it still brings up fourth.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
On now is Andres Borregales to try the field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
After the made field goal, back out is Borregales to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Christian Kirk and company heading back onto the field. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and a yard. They run straight ahead with Marks. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Once more with Marks. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Excellent job on the tackle for loss by Harold Landry, shooting into the backfield.
They had 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing now is Stroud. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage there by Carlton Davis.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Looking to put a drive together. Off the play fake. Here's May. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. And they start in the best of all positions, 1st and goal. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. A handoff, it's Marks. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Woody Marks, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And Diggs has it. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down.
At the 31-yard line.
They'll try the left side with Henderson. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Now May on the sneak. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Patriots first down.
They pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with it back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fistfights along the line of scrimmage, right? You've got to win your share. These 3 tight ends, they almost always win their fistfights.
We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter.
From the gun, it's May. They'll find Henderson out of the backfield here.
He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
That'll be complete to Henderson.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16. And another first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 5 from the 8.
They run once more with Henderson. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And that's going to be called for a Patriot touchdown.
Trevion Henderson
from 6 yards away.
And the Pats have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come.
The Patriots will line up for a two.
They're going to try to throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the two. They don't get it.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. And now out comes Houston. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll begin on the ground with Marks. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Stroud working out of the gun. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Christian Barmore able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. A 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and they will take over 1st and 10. The Patriots offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
They'll throw with May. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. They'll set up to throw. That is caught. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 20. That's good for a Patriots 1st down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Douglas, the man in motion. From the shotgun, it's May. Gets this complete to Buto. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 25-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
He finds his man complete. That's Douglas. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
18 more yards.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. They'll run here with Henderson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Trevion Henderson with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Patriots have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. They go I formation. Fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion.
The Patriots will
May going to try and throw for it. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the fourth.
17.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Texans back out there and ready to go. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. Looking to put a drive together. Stroud to throw it. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Stroud going to give the marks. And he'll be brought down right around the 37th. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Here's Stroud. He'll complete this with the Collins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Texans, first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And Stroud now to throw. He'll swing this out to Marks. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now Stroud. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Big play looming here. This is 3rd and 7 with a crowd on their feet. Stroud looking to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
It's 4th down.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Here's Higgins out of the right side. And out of bounds right around the 20.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Now Stroud. Will find Marks out of the backfield. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Here's Stroud. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the 8-yard line.
Stroud. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Jaden Higgins from 8 yards out. And the Texans answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and zero relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part one is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
So unable to throw it in for two from the two. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Ooh, the juke. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Patriots offense and Drake May headed back onto the field. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. This is 1st and 10. Back to throw. He gets this complete to Diggs.
And they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
At the 37-yard line.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Got a man, Boutte. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
It's a gain of 29. That's good for a Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Back to throw. That's to the veteran tight end, Austin Hooper. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. He's back to throw. It's caught by Hooper. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Here's 1st and goal. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25.
35-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Stroud to throw it. Finding Schultz. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
Here's 2nd down. Stroud back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. What a thrilling fourth quarter this one was. Well, at least I guess if you're cheering for the winning side, an outstanding comeback, though, that saw them completely take control and change the outcome of this game.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many of us saw that coming, the way that they were playing and having the lead after 3 quarters. A little bit of a stunning ending because it wasn't just a one-touchdown swing. It was a multiple touchdown swing for them to end up losing that ball game. Give credit where credit is due. They came off the pace and got it done.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.